Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I had to turn the music down. Good morning. I feel bad. I hope you're doing well. Sleep evades me. Go down a little bit, Katie, then you can sit up straight. My God. Cramps! Sarah, good morning. I had such bad fucking just all night long. Just, I swear to God, it was like my body knew the moment I would start to pass out. It was like, "Ah!" And I feel like that gross you didn't sleep kind of feeling where you're kind of sweaty. I don't know if anybody else gets that. I feel like gross. Just gross. Love bodies. They're the best. Feeling shitty seems to be in the air today. Boo. Sir uterus in the hands of some angry god. No shit. It literally feels like someone's going right there. It's just, sure, we look great naked, but at what cost, Jesus? Fuck. Ugh. You ever get that feeling you're carrying Satan's spawn? Dude, I think Satan wants me to carry the spawn, and this is my punishment. I don't I don't understand what I did wrong other than just not get pregnant. I apologize for being late. I desperately I was like if I could have slept, I would have canceled stream and just slept all day. I could not. Like no matter what I did, I tried. I was just laying there like, please. Please go to sleep. But instead, we have upper lip sweat and we have a cool game to play. This game is really cool. We're playing a game called 9 Years of Shadow. I keep fucking up the name. Zach asked me it like 20 times yesterday. 9 Years of Shadows. And it's like a Metroidvania roguish light. I don't game categories are elusive to me. I don't know. It's really cool though, and I like it a lot. It's fucking pretty, but also just really infuriating. I need to do the same tens things he did at some point. Oh, dude, Crispy, no shit. An article came out a few months ago, and doctors are picking it up and talking about it, like on TikTok and shit, about how cramps are equivalent of a heart attack. So be careful with the tens thing. Squeezing and twisting with spike-covered hands. Yep, that's bad. It's like the world's meanest python on the inside. Oh my God, Serene, I get the same. I've never met someone who gets that. I'm not kidding. I've never met someone who gets the same, like, weird, numbing pain down their thighs. Same. It's the most, oh, what the world's worst high five. It's, no shit, I compare it to, growing pains. If you guys ever, like, if you're, I don't know, I think everybody gets growing pains. I don't think it's just tall people, but if you remember fucking growing pains,
I'm going to
dude, it's like that all the time.
Satan's cock.
The fuck? Chief, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it any swings. That's a really long time, and I fucking appreciate you. Cheers, boo. Thank you. The lemon tattoo has been booked. Oh my God, Rod, I'm so excited. By the way, if anybody's unaware, our community raised over $7,000 for St. Jude's last month, and our stream team raised over $150,000. And one of many milestones was Rod volunteered to get any tattoo the size of a quarter if we reached a certain dollar amount, which I don't even remember anymore. And we reached it. So Rod's getting a lemon tattoo on his body for charity. He's the best. No, Serene, I mean, there are people out there that I don't think got growing pains, and I just don't understand. Like, I remember so clearly as a kid not being able to sleep. Was it 6,500? 6,500. And Rod said he'd get a tattoo. It's fucking sick. Thank you. Thank you for remembering those things. No shit though. Like the tens thing. So if you guys don't know what the tens thing we're talking about, I think there's a VOD of Zach doing it somewhere. But Zach purchased one of those, like it's a period simulator minus the blood. And essentially it's a muscle stimulator that you put on your womb area, and Zach let me control the controller while he wears it. It felt good. It feels real good. But yeah, if you have heart problems or anything, I'd be careful because it does. I mean, It doesn't feel good. My hair feels, I literally just rolled out. My hair feels really bad right now. Growing pains always reminded me of jumping on a trampoline for too long. A sensation similar, at least it is. It just never goes away. Like you lay down, you stretch, you take, and oh, that's it. Crispy's my hero today. I have it. Hold on. I'm pulling it. Oh, yes, this is it. My face looks so mean. Oh, of course it's not capturing the right one. Hold on. Capture my window, you bastard. That one. Yeah, that one. Yes! He thought, so the thing goes to level 10. He thought level 4, that's so what he was just talking about, like, wow, it comes out of nowhere. That was level 4. I put on level 4. I wore the 10s to see if it was even legit. I didn't even feel level 4. Uh, what the fuck? Shoveler, no shit, my face. Look, maniacal. Neither are we, Zeke. Neither are we. My internal monologue was, this isn't even 100% bitch. Sarah, thank you for continuing your gifted sub, by the way. I love you too. Is this, I mean, all it is, I mean, it's actually one of those machines. I don't know if you remember, like, way back in the day, infomercials. And they would have, like, those machines that would claim to work you out while you're just sitting still or something. They're like, yeah, you just put these pads on your stomach, wear them for 15 minutes a day, and you'll have abs. It's one of those machines, but everybody knows they're bullshit now. So they're still on the market for some reason, but people figured out that if you put them on your... Why? What the fuck? Really? You are so loud. They forget Zach lives here every day, I swear to God. Like, poodles, second smartest breed. Prove it! What? You're so... Be smart. Be smart. You know who that is. Bill's just sitting under my desk, like, woofing. Buh, buh. Look who it is, Bill. Look who it is. Oh, God forbid. God forbid the neighbors took in the garbage. The children are rioting. Dude. They're just... I love them so much, but, like... Their entire existence has been in this house, and they're still not used to the sounds of said house. I just don't understand. They're the second smartest breed. Prove it. Zelda's smart, but like relative to Trump supporters. Oh, God. My fur babies had a rough morning. The HVAC guy came for yearly maintenance, and my void boy hid in the box spring. Poor babies. My dogs love people. Like, it's so weird. We bitch at them about this. Like, if they can't get to the person they see, they just bark manically. But if they're not on a leash or there's no barrier, they don't bark at all. They just run up to that person, sniff them, and go away. It's why. I love my dogs so much, but what's going on? What's happening? It's so fucking annoying. The dog park, they don't make a sound. Around 20 other dogs and people, they're silent. But if there's a barrier, oh. The children, Zelda's, yeah. My fur babies, that's sad. Drywall mold is smart relative to word. I hate the political climate. I hate politics. I hate political climates in general. I hate politics. I hate politicians. All of them are shit. I think we all just need to get together and acknowledge that and be like, okay, we have to vote for the least offensive shart right now. You know? Like, it's okay to, two things can be true at the same time. You can have the best candidate that's also a geezer that can't talk straight. Still the best candidate out of the two. Things can be true at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Best shart, like Jesus Christ. How are you supposed to know someone's intentions if you don't sniff them? Facts. I sniff butts all the time. It's why I don't really go out anymore. People get really offended. But instead of coming together and just like acknowledging, and I feel like people treat politics like sports teams. Like, they can't acknowledge that their sports team isn't perfect. In their mind, they're like, in order for us to win, we have to keep pushing this rhetoric that we're perfect, we're perfect, we're perfect. Everything we do is great. We've done everything for the country. And it's like, that's just a weird, fantastical world you're living in, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. Can't confirm I had my butt sniffed. Sarah gave me permission, though. We have to be clear on that one. Just to be straight up on that. What were the South Park choices? Something in a giant douche? Yeah, it was a giant douche and... Oh, I don't remember. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. They look at liking the person and not the facts surrounding them. Exactly. And no one's happy about what we have to do. I mean, oh, hold on. Oh, Burnham has a song for this. Oh, Robin Williams said something about politicians and babies having two things in common. Do you remember what it was? I'll Google it. I love Robin Williams. What a legend. Rest in peace, Robin. Robin Williams. Politicians and babies. Okay, I think I found it. Well, I found a Mark Twain quote about the same thing. I don't know. Robin Williams probably loved Mark Twain because he had a good mind on him and he loved to read. Politicians and diapers must be changed often and for the same reason. Snaps. This is the one. This comes on and, like, again, two things can be true at the same time. But this song came out a few years back, actually. I think, like, at the beginning of COVID, and it still makes me think a lot. Think about that way too often. You don't have to be in love with a politician to realize they're still the best choice. I've never liked Biden. He has a terrible history. Doesn't mean he's not the best choice right now. And it's okay. Two things can be true at the same time, and people for some reason cannot deal with that. That is like too much for their brain to accept. I don't get it. Think for once. Fuck. Use the squishy jello in your brain, for God's sakes. It's not that hard. I do it all the time. Ooh, somber, thank you. The problem with politicians and their job, isn't to run things, it's to get elected, and being good at getting elected doesn't mean you're good at running things and vice versa. We need a boring admin guy. Yeah. It's a popularity contest. I agree. They're both full of shit. That's Tazi. That's what I was saying. Like, I try to stay away from the political talks and stuff because I'm vehemently against Trump. I mean, he's a piece of fucking garbage excuse for humanity, oxygen stealer. But I'm not a big fan of Biden either. Sometimes you just got to suck it up and vote for the best case scenario. That's life. I mean, I feel like that's been my whole existence, though. I've never been able to participate in an election where I was like, wow, I love that guy. Obama was cool, but did he do anything? Ooh, let me see if Discord. I had to restart my PC last night after a watch party. It was being weird. I thought it was the Blue Man Group until they started saying, oh my god, Shuffler, have you never heard Bo Burnham? Because, you should. Oh my god, Crispy, your garden looks so fucking good. I swear to god it's doubled since the last picture you showed me like a month ago. Like the size of all your veggies and shit. This is the garden. So we looked at this one like a month ago. This is Crispy's garden. It's not going to show the full thing, but this is a good scope of it. And he was showing us how he uses bowls of beer to kill slugs, which I think is genius. I've never heard of that. My grandpa fought slugs my whole fucking life. I've got 2 trees that are growing, but everything else looks dead as fuck and looks terrible. Can you imagine how different things would have been if Bernie had beat Trump? No shit. I think about that too often, and I try to block that thought because it makes me really angry. My mom is one of those people who knew better and will self-profess. She's like, I voted for Biden and I should have voted for Bernie. There's so many people like that, and I'm just like, I can't think about it too much because, I mean, thinking about it, you can't go back and go, you can't go back. Can't go back. He's not the savior. It's that, and Mishy, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can, it's fantasticalizing about something that never happened and can't happen. And of course, because things are so much worse now, it's not fantasticalize, that's not a word. We'll fantasize. Is it fantasize? We'll fantasize about, like, the possibility. It's kind of, I joke about this, but, like, I've said before, like, sometimes I'm glad my dad's dead because I can pretend he liked me instead of knowing the truth. It's kind of that. It's a fun fantasy, but, like, it's a waste of time at the end of the day, which sucks. There's really no point because we can't go there. We're where we are. You know, it's better to deal with what we've got. I at my core work like I care about my job, even when I don't care about creating work that I don't like. What to do makes me angry, which makes me angry. I agree. Some people just don't have that. Ooh, Affordable Care Act. Yep, you're right. No need to for constructive replies to my bitching. Just bitching to the void. You're allowed to bitch to the void. If this is nothing else, is this not a place to just scream into the void about things we're angry about that we have no power to change or do anything about? Sometimes you just gotta yell. I get it. Did you build those planter boxes? Those are really nice. Biden, at least he's not Trump, and I'm just worried he's gonna lose because the truth doesn't matter. That's the problem. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, people treat it like sports teams. They're like, I don't care if my sports team has a pedophile on it. I'm going to vote for my sports team because my priest told me to. And I'm not saying any side does that in particular. I'm sure lots of people do that shit. All types. It makes me sad. I don't know what to do about that. Feels better when I have witnesses my bitching in the void. 100%. I mean, that's all. I feel like that's all I do is I come on to hang out with you guys and just bitch. That's what, I mean, I didn't grow up with friends or people to bitch to. So it's nice to have people that you can just like scream into a void and people are like, you know what? I can't do anything to change it and I don't have any advice, but pat. Let's scream together. That's all you can do sometimes, man. Venting is healthy. It is. It's not good to hold that shit in. That's when we end up with crazies. Angrily gesticulates at a cloud. I do it all the time. Screaming into the void, get a pillow and scream. It feels so good. I do it a lot. It feels great. Just letting that pent up, whatever that knot is in your chest out. God, it feels great. You paid those are really nice. I know a lot of people who build their own cedar boxes because they're so expensive to have built. That's why I ask. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. Everything's made up and votes don't matter. It's facts, though. The narrative is being forced on the Biden old, which is hurting the not vote Trump voting. They'll pick any one thing. And like, what was it? It was Biden's son before. Everybody was like, oh my God, don't vote for Biden because his son, blah, 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 blah. They'll pick something always and ignore all the factual sheets proving that Trump's a pedophile. They'd rather believe in the fantasy than acknowledge the truth. You can still vote for Trump. You just got to acknowledge he's a pedophile. And at this point, if you vote for him, I'm going to acknowledge you're probably a pedophile. Or a priest at the very least, which is pedophile light. The fuck? My mom had inheritance money burning a hole in her... Oh, fuck yes. That's what you do with that. Fucking cedar... Because those will last for a very long time. Chronicle, exact. Biden's 4 years younger, and that's nothing. I know. I mean, or Trump's 4 years younger. It's nothing. Yeah. I have a whole another online world where we all scream together about the current politics. I have to limit my exposure to only 2 days a week, 100%. I literally don't look at politics stuff unless it's like, I do it like once a week, unless it's, breaking news or whatever huge news that we just absolutely have to cover for some reason. Like because it will never stop until we die. There's always going to be terrible political news. And the fact that there's so many more media outlets nowadays, as opposed to just the TV, you're surrounded by it all the time. Biden is sanctifying genocide of children in the Middle East. Like, no one's perfect. It's horrific. Everything's horrific. It's on fire. Like, everything is actually on fire. It's so scary. So we just smoke pot and drink coffee instead. And think about gardening. Because what else the fuck do you do? Like Trump being a pedophile. Yes, Cocky. I do like bringing up important news that happens, especially when I'm gone. Like Trump being a pedophile and paying 2 underage girls to make love in front of him who were the same age as his underage daughter and looked just like her. Pedophile. And I don't hesitate on that. Only lesser of two evils, exactly, Kona. And people aren't mature enough to see that. You have to acknowledge that. You can't pretend your person's perfect. That's how you get in trouble. I have one friend who won't vote in general because he views his vote not holding power. Uses right now the Biden old narrative strengthen. Wait. So you have a friend who, Cliff Notes, won't vote because Biden's old. I know I'm really sleep deprived and a little hazy and on my period, but like, that makes fuck all news to anybody else, right? Fuck all sense. Did I say news sense? That doesn't make any sense, right? It's a piece of that's such a weird piece. I mean, K? Yeah, like, I completely empathize and understand where people are coming from when they say things like, our vote doesn't count. I know that those people, I hope those people aren't being literal. It has to do with the electoral blah, blah, blah. There's a much bigger problem in the US when it comes to voting and shit like that to begin with. But doing nothing is a vote in itself. Not voting is a vote. Inaction is itself an action that screams a lot of things about you, in my opinion. Like, if voting doesn't matter, then why not do it just in case it does? It doesn't hurt to participate, but it can to not participate, right? This is how I think of it. I'm not trying to be preachy or anything. This is literally how my brain thinks of it. It's like, you know? Like, it doesn't matter now, and now why would I vote for this senile old man? I mean, they're both senile old men, and regardless of whether or not you vote, one's gonna win. We're gonna have a senile old man at the head of our country for another 4 years, regardless. It just, which flavor? Right? Am I totally off base on that? They're both fucking old. Like, they're at the age where you should be retiring and enjoying your life. I'm not saying your brain doesn't work anymore, but you're slowing down and it's time to relax. What are you doing? Dude, anime, right? The only news story I want to see from now until forever is live coverage of the orange creature demonstrating spontaneous human combustion. I'd love that. Yeah, it's very likely either one will die in office. Nailed it. Okay, I'm glad I'm not totally off base on that. Again, I don't judge by age. I try not to. I try not to be an ageist person because I don't think your brain just automatically dies at a certain age. Your body, however, is absolutely breaking down, and your body will start to prioritize certain organ systems over the other. And unfortunately, forebrain thinking ain't up there on the priorities list. This is. So speech, memory, blah, 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 all that fun stuff that makes us human, that starts to go first. Because it's not a priority when you get old and your body's breaking down. Those are just medical facts. That's not me scoping in on anyone in particular. That's just facts. And I think all of us can acknowledge that. That's why you're supposed to retire and enjoy your life. Go sit in a chair and read a book. Watch Wheel of Fortune. I don't know. What do you do for a hobby? Make a bag. Not a bag of money. I meant like make a leather bag. Sorry. This may be my first birthday. I don't feel like celebrating. It's in November. Oh, Scorpios are going to have a rough year. I might think about a third party vote, but I don't want a president that will eat my cats. It's so shitty because it's like I oftentimes very much align with third parties, like the middle ground. I feel very much a middle ground person. I've never been extreme either way. I feel like middle. I mean, I'm left leaning middle ground. I would say these days, especially. But I feel like, is it a throwaway vote? That's what it feels like. It feels like anytime there's a third party and you vote for him, you're basically writing your vote off. Am I out of I'm genuine question? That's what it feels like. Ooh, cocky! I'm making a suitcase. So much hand stitching, I want to die. I don't know why I chose to do this, but it's gonna be really cool when it's done. Maybe. We'll see. Robo, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Admaster. Admaster, use a bus. What was the highest order? Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, and I fucking appreciate you. Robo, they have so much money. People with, I mean, money means you have access to healthcare, unfortunately, in the US, but also, and I'm sure you've experienced this, evil lives forever. My mean Nana lived forever. My nice Nana, mean lives forever. I don't know what that is. But they've got something. I mean, forever, yeah. But like, I'm working on it. Don't be evil. Please don't be evil to live forever. Don't do that. Which one's Vermin Supreme? Trump? I feel like after this election is over, we should all for it go hard on these narratives. But for the moment, those only serve to distract from removing the possibility of getting Trump a second term. It's true. A lot of the narratives, they're just false, and that's why it's so hard to talk about. Because when I say, I mean, I think it's pretty clear you know who I will vote for. Not that I have any expectations of anyone talking about it. Just please, for the love of fuck, vote. You have a right to vote for whoever you want. I just don't like the teams aspect of it. It's treating politics like sports teams is fucking dumb to me. Evil has healthcare. Yeah. The most horrendous people do seem to live for a real long time. I don't know. I think evil keeps them going. I don't know what the fuck it is. Anger. The dude with the boot on. Oh, that guy. Yeah. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Anger, money, right? I know, it's so gross, but like, that tends to be the way it is. I have my own hopes in my head that I don't want to say out loud because they are evil. Everybody has dark shit. It's whether or not we project it into the world, right? Just keep it to yourself. But we all. How do I say this? When I was working at Hopkins, if Trump would have come into my hospital, tears. What I feel is crazy is that like I don't know, most people I know look forward to retirement. Most people are stoked to retire. Like people that are close to that age or around that bracket. My parents fucking stoked and they are living for their retirement right now. Like they're traveling all over the place, driving, seeing friends all over the country. They're having a great fucking time. How come politicians just don't want to? I feel like it's the only place where people are not wanting to retire and they just want to die in a seat. Intrusive thoughts much? Never. Dude, Robo, if there is a god, I don't want nothing to do with him because he lets this shit happen. You're supposed to be stoked for it. Normal humans are supposed to want to kick back and enjoy the fruits of labor or whatever, right? I mean, it's it's just the weirdest thing. It's you're supposed to want to rest. I mean, fuck, my mom's 71 and my dad's in his 60s. Like, they're already tired as fuck. Biden and Trump are 20 years older than them and still going hard, and I just don't understand why you don't want to, like, what's happening? Why don't you want to just lay back and relax? Because they already barely have fuck all, so why retire? I mean, you're probably not wrong. They've probably spent their life just doing this political dance, so they have no hobbies and nothing to do other than wanting to fuck their daughter. If my only job requirement was to literally just be alive, but like, yes, but also kind of not. Like,
Now, I'm going to fuck you.
how do I put? I'm trying to think of how to word it.
Satan's cock.
Thank you for something to the class, keeping the class alive and giving it a swings, Mandel. I fucking appreciate you. Like, they're so famous isn't really the word, but political famous. Like, everybody knows the names Biden and Trump, so they don't get. I mean, this is me just thinking. I don't know, but it doesn't feel like they just have to exist. Like, they have to get up early in the morning, look presentable, spray tan themselves stupid, have someone comb over their bald spot, get in a suit and a tie, which has to be uncomfortable, especially if you're living in Washington, D.C., which is just humid hell. I cannot fathom wearing anything like this on my neck in Washington, D.C. at all. Even in underground subways, it's still fucking nasty hot down there. It just, I would want to sleep in at the very least. And then on top of that, like, having to be presentable every day and be this political figure, like, the entire world knows who you are, and half of them wish you would die right it now, and now, and now, and again, and again, and again, and every single second until you die. We're just waiting for it. No one in particular. But that's a lot. That's like a whole lot of energy coming at you that's like, if you could just have a heart attack, we could all breathe better. No one in particular, again. You know what I'm saying? That seems like a lot. I don't ever want to be famous. Like the idea of not being able to just go out to the grocery store and buy milk without people knowing your face and recognizing you is a horrific reality to me. That is a nightmare. And then you throw all that on it, and half the world hates you because they view you as a sports team and not a human being with an entire, like, team of people behind you forming all your thoughts, opinions, and words. You couldn't pay me enough money to do that. And I'm poor. Like, I really want money. You couldn't do it. That just seems like hell. I think they're so out of touch and insulated from all that, it doesn't bother them. And I was literally just gonna say that out of no shit. It feels like they've done this so their entire life, they don't know another reality. Like, retiring would be facing a new reality that they have no concept of, and that's a horror. Right? Being a career politician would be the core. Yeah, their job is politics and they want to work, but can't do either things is probably part of it. That's what I mean, it just seems crazy. The Fermi paradox, is that what it is? People randomly wave at me when I'm outside and it weirds me out. I'd hate that on a factor of 200 more. Same. Like, I've recently discovered there's a cult of Jeep people. I have a Jeep. I've wanted a Jeep since I knew what cars were. It was my dream car. I have my Jeep and I love my car beyond reason. I wanted just a truck. It's great. I love it. But I've found there's a cult of people that get Jeeps just to be a part of this cult of Jeep people. And, like, for some reason, if you have a Jeep and a Jeep drives by you, they will at you. And it makes me so uncomfortable. I'm like, don't look at me. Don't look at me in my fucking Jeep. I'm not part of your Jeep cult. I just really wanted this car. Go away. Yeah, the idea of being recognized in public is horrific. Leave me alone, no shit. I literally, like, sunglasses on, hiding. I look the other way like, oh, I didn't see it. Because there's a Jeep cult. Like, they go on vacations together. They will rent out a beach in Florida. This is real. And you can only go if you own a Jeep. Like, you can only drive onto the beach if you own a Jeep. It's crazy. I've just recently discovered this. Amazing. I want nothing to do with it. I'm good. I got my friends. I'm set. But I've learned about it, and it's people pretentious about not just owning a Jeep. It's like, what kind of Jeep? What year of Jeep? CK, the most sane Jeep driver. I'm the lonely Jeep driver that's like, don't look at me. I just really wanted to. Who's got the keys to the Jeep? Vroom. I'm riding down the street. Just me, and Timothy. It's my whole life. I just wanted a Jeep. I just really like them. I did not. You are, Sarah. You're one of my favorites. Okay, I have one duck. But it's not a Jeep duck. It's a Katie used to cut people up for a living duck. But I can't deny I do have a duck. It also has my charger taped to it so I don't lose it. A cult of Jeep cultists, Jeepers Creepers, shut up. Oh my god, that's what I'm gonna call them from now on. I'm calling them the Jeepers Creepers. They have a lot of Lucifer ducks. It's a big thing. I've seen them. I don't know why or where even, but sometimes you'll just go into one of those little boutique stores and they'll have like ducks. Someone gave this to me. I don't even know where this came from. I have no idea. But when you work medical and people want to get you a gift, they're often like, oh, let's look at medical stuff. So you end up with a surgeon duck. Cheers. No duck bong hit. I'd have no ducks. I really... Who doesn't have the keys to the Jeep? The aliens from sides. Got him! Those fuck twats. Silverados are great. I just really wanted I've always wanted a bigger car. I don't like having a tiny, like, car where I feel shorter than every other vehicle on the road. It creeps me out. Like, the idea that if there's a car accident, I'm gonna crinkle like a tin can. But no, no shit. I think I've always wanted a Jeep because when I was 4 years old, my Aunt Ethel, also my godmother, she took me somewhere in her Jeep and we listened to, oh god, it's like, I can never remember the name of the band. It's Fred something, but it's the I'm Too Sexy for My Pants song. I'm too sexy for my pants, too sexy for my pants, oh, sexy baby. That song, like 4 years old in a Jeep, listening to that song, feeling so fucking cool and adult. She also had a rabbit foot on her keychain, which I just thought was the coolest thing in the world. And it solidified in my mind that I must listen to that song in a Jeep at some point, and I did, and now I own a Jeep, and here we are. So, like, think about things you do with your kids because it might establish their entire personality for the rest of their existence. Right Said Fred, that one. Jesus, is it just me or is that doctor a bit of a quack? Shut the fuck up. It is a quack doctor. I saw a massager years ago called I Rub My Ducky. What the wait, was it like a duck? That's hilarious. What if one of your kids played with it? My bong is smoking itself. It's so strong, I'm gonna get too high. Right Said Fred was the band, thank you. Just doesn't stop. Hi, easy. ADHD brain. I get it. I'm there with you. So sexy, it hurts. That one. Yeah, that song. It just like created this. Me crafting my gremlins to be weebs. I mean, Sarah, you know where I stand on that. Full support. I'm a little sad. Like, I was raised like this little redneck child, you know, with dirt bikes and stuff, because it is just super not who I am. And I wish I could have identified with that, like, culture of like, oh yeah, it's Memorial Day. Let's go to the dunes and put on our paddle tires. But I'm just not that level of pick me. Limp Bizkit released new music. What year is it? Would that dog be considered to have good vibes? Oh my god. Yes. The duck? Yes, that's a duck with the perfect vibes. Duck with a bullet, and I think the duck had BDSM garb. Oh my god. I kind of want that just as decorations. I wish, Sarah. I had to find. I didn't know the word anime until I was in college, but the first, like, I guess anime I'd ever seen was Sailor Moon when I was, like, in 4th grade or whatever. But because we didn't have TV, I had to live on manga. Like, I saw Sailor Moon at a friend's house, and then I started reading manga that I would find at the bookstore. I strived for it so hard. So hard. Because ducks. My niece now has WRX in blue. Dude, WRXs are nice cars. Hey, no shit, Mandel, shut up. My niece now has a WRX in blue and gold because I took her on a ride once in the trees on dirt at. So I'm not the only niece out there that got clinically obsessed with the coolest car they ever got to ride in when they were a kid that they probably shouldn't have been in. Cause sick. WRXs are really good cars, by the way. Those are fun. My parents were never into comics or video games. My uncle got me into that stuff. I had to find it all on my own. I still, to this day, none of my family's really into that shit, which sucks. They still sell I Rub My Ducky. Shut up, it's real. Hold on, I Rub My Ducky, and they come in a variety of styles. I love that so much. Don't let your children play with it. That'd just be awkward. Last weekend, AJ beat Luigi's Mansion 2 at the racetrack while Andy raced go-karts. That's, your children are winning. The fact that, I know I say this all the time, but I so consciously remember the night that AJ was born, and it wasn't that long ago, and now he's just casually beating video games at a racetrack and I know it probably boggles your mind even more, but it will never stop boggling mine, that you made people. You didn't just have a baby, you made people. And just like, I know it's probably even worse if they're your kids, like that realization that you had a really fun time with your husband and made people, and that's crazy. It's just fucking crazy. It will never not blow my mind. It's the coolest miracle, no pun intended, actual miracle of life. It's so crazy. Tiny humans that function and have independent thoughts and emotions. Like, I still remember when AJ first got his first pair of glasses. Don't tell me how many years ago that was. I sort of don't want to know. She almost shit her pants. Well, that was Mandel, no shit. So my aunt took me in her Jeep when I was like 4 or whatever. And then when I was like 8, I went with my cousin's mom and her new boyfriend to go to the dunes because my family was absolutely one of those families that's like, it's Memorial Day. Let's go to the dunes and put on our paddle tires and bring all the quads. Blah, blah, blah. The three-wheelers. Anybody remember three-wheelers? Terror machines. I don't even think they sell them anymore because they're so fucking bad. They're so reckless. or they've redesigned them or something like that. But we would this year. My cousin's mom's super redneck family, just so much spread out. Don't worry about it. My cousin's mom's boyfriend brought his Jeep and drove us. I mean, I was very young, but it was vertical enough to roll us, and I, being 8 or 9 or whatever, didn't really. No one explained like. So we tore the doors and everything off the Jeep, but this cage is a roll bar cage. And as long as you got your seatbelt on, your crisscrossy, you're fine. Roll like they're designed to be able to roll backwards if whatever. So my little 8, 9-year-old brain, my brain shit itself. I still have never shit my pants as like a conscious adult, which is crazy because I know that's very common and I'm not flexing. It's just wild butthole control, whatever. My brain shit its pants because I was just not, no one said like, we might roll. It was just, oh, a Jeep can go up vertical hills? Cool. No, they can't. Nothing can go up a vertical hill. We fucking rolled and it terrified me. But the fact that we just went bop, bop back on our wheels and the Jeep just did one of those and just we sat there and I might have cried. I don't remember. It was definitely, but I remember afterwards thinking like, this is my forever car. A car that can do this and you're still good. Why would anybody have any other vehicle ever? So my whole life was just striving to get a Jeep just for these reasons. Like, super cool. You got to listen to Right Said Fred, or whatever, the Fred band that I always forget the name of. You get, I mean, I don't have a rabbit foot on my keychain or anything because that seems really weird, but I thought it was really cool at the time. Kills! Good morning, dude. I swear to God, all night long, it was like the moment my brain would start to drift to sleep, my uterus was like, hey, bitch. All night. So I've got that weird, sweaty, no sleep feeling. But Glut gifted me this really cool game that's like gorgeous, but also a Metroidvania and infuriating. And it was really fun to play tomorrow, so I figure it'll be nice and rage-inducing today. Frog Leap Studio has a cover. Wait. We haven't seen that, right? Is it new? I would have played that and told you guys this story because it's such a weird established memory in my head. This, like, being in my aunt's Jeep and listening to this song is so weird. Hold on. Is it just called I'm Too Sexy? Oh my God, bless you. It was fun having a Ram. What's Bronco? Ford? Man, I had a friend in high school who had a Ford Bronco. I think it was like an 84 Ford Bronco or something like that. That thing, we would, and this is horrible. Don't do these things. I'm pretty positive there's no one young enough to be dumb enough to do this shit. This is when I was in high school and we were super, reckless, stupid idiots. We would drink fermented sugar and go mudding in the Bronco at the dump. There's no fun way to say that. That's literally what it was. For some reason, there was like dirt bike trails or four-wheeler trails that were fucking terrible, not maintained, terrible redneck trails out by the dump. So you could like take these trails, get some speed up, and then fly off dump. Oh God. If my sister's boyfriend's here, he's going to have a panic attack because the dump was where we hung out, man. People would go there and shoot seagulls and crows for target practice. I didn't do that, but we definitely went mudding at the dump. But this fermented sugar, I was trying to say alcohol. I don't promote drinking, nor drinking and driving. I don't even drink anymore. Please don't do those things. We were hummingbirds. We would drink these things, which was terrible, and then go mudding at the dump. And I remember very specifically the last time I think we ever went was like the day after my 18th birthday. And it was just a group of girls that would do this. And it was myself, the owner of the Jeep, or the owner of the Bronco, excuse me, and then it was 4 girls from my softball team, let's put it that way, in the Jeep. And one of the girls in the back seat was not wearing a seatbelt. And we were not aware of this. We all wore seatbelts. We weren't that stupid. Like, all of this was stupid. It was stupid. But there were some places on this, like, super bumpy, like this kind of trail where if you didn't know where you were, or like we weren't familiar with it, you would catch fucking air. No exaggeration, air. Like too much. Nothing that a Bronco's suspension should be able to survive, but this Bronco did, and it was fucking phenomenal. So for some reason, the driver decided to go backwards on the track as opposed to the normal circuit we did. And for some reason, our dumb brains didn't register that when you go backwards, you're going off of a lip. And I mean, at the time, we all swore it was at least 20 feet of air. We were off the fucking ground in the trees. And it was a Bronco. We were going like, I don't even know. I have no idea. You can't get that much speed out there because the trails are like this shit. But we caught air. And the girl that was in the back slammed her head into the roof of the Bronco enough to leave a dent. And then her ears bled. And then we all went home and just never spoke of it again. And that girl's gone on to have children and be divorced and stuff. Like, I don't stalk her Facebook just to make sure she's still alive or anything. But that was the last time the softball girls ever went mudding at the dump. It was like my senior year of high school, and that was just like, it was like a moment of, we shouldn't do this. Why are her ears bleeding? Like an actual trickle, like out of a movie. But it was like a movie. It was like a movie. You felt like you were floating in the car for way too long, way too many seconds in the air in a Bronco. But the Bronco survived, and she went on to drive that thing for years. That was the moral of the story. That Ford Bronco, dude, I don't know. Those 80s Broncos, they were like made of steel. You can't destroy one, because trust me, we would have if we could have. I actually did this exact track with my little Saturn LS when I was in high school too, and that thing survived. But those were like fiberglass toy Tonka trucks. Yes, it was that moment of like, you know, all those times that we were like, we really could have fucked up there. This is that moment where we really fucked up there. We fucked around, we found out, we never went back. And like, it was so weird. None of us even really talked again after that. It was like weeks before graduation or something, or I don't know. No, it wasn't, because it was like right after my birthday, which is in March. I have no idea. It was so weird. A tornado warning, please be safe. Same. It feels like you're in slow motion. That's exactly what it was. And the only thing that like snapped me back to reality before we hit is I felt the girl in the back slam her head into the roof. And when we like, you know, onto the track again, we stopped and turned around and realized this girl was not wearing a seatbelt. And we were like, what the fuck, you fucking moron? And trickle, trickle. We were like, okay, let's just go home. There was no hospital within a 2-hour radius, so it's not like we were like, let's just pop on over. It was just kind of like, she'll call somebody if some dumb kids. Okay, so might still, I'm not saying you're going to get a tornado, but I just learned this from Vissy that no shit, the clear skies, no wind, calm is exactly what comes before a tornado. And I'm just telling you this because she literally just taught me this. That's what freaks them out. She was like, wind doesn't scare us. It's when the wind stops and the clear skies are out. That means something's coming. Be safe. That's all I'm saying. She lives in Oklahoma Tornado Valley. So like, I feel she knows. Oh my God. I've never watched this. It's not played. It's not played, liked, or anything on my channel. I'm a little appalled. Hold on. We're going to watch the video, then we're going to take a break, and then we're going to jump into this really cool game. And I need to take more to say about that. Huh, bud? I'm here. You have my attention. I see you. I just don't want you to lick my mouth. You lick so many gross things with that. You good boy. He's just the chillest dog. It'd almost make more sense if he wanted something. What do you mean explosive? Oh my God, Mech, did you not know about ducks and their explosive corkscrew penises? That's not a joke. Not only that, but they fall off every year and grow back in the spring relative in size to how many other male ducks are in their pond. So like some years you might get a baby thumb, and some years you might be lugging around some fucking rope behind you all summer long. Like, it's crazy. Ducks. Explosive corkscrew penises. They're corkscrewed, they're barbed. Get this. Female ducks have a corkscrew vagina that goes in the opposite direction as the corkscrew penises to prevent duck assault. Like, they have evolved to prevent duck assault. That's how often ducks assault. Ducks. Adorable, fluffy little monsters. Ducks. Also, fun fact, it's crazy. I know, I'm full of them. They're so stupid and pointless facts. Like, I think it's it's around 1 to 3% of all birds on Earth actually have a penis. The other ones just kind of mush cloacas and hope for the best. It's like making out with your genitals. Crazy. I can't name all the ones with penises, but it's like such a low percentage of all the birds. Wild. Ducks are in there, I'm pretty sure. Them and their explosive shits. Why do they explode? Dude, it's crazy, mech, no shit. So if you watch that Zafrank video about ducks, there's a video, like videos from scientists, where they put like a glass corkscrew and push it into a duck's belly, which causes its explosive penis. And I guess because I don't even know how to explain this, because it's like sheathed. It's not like slowly revealed when duck is stimulated. This is so fucked up. It explodes. It goes from nothing to like so fast. Ducks. Ducks. I don't know why. Maybe because of the opposite. They trib, yeah, they trib love. They trib love. Yep. Crazy. Mooshing cloacas is great and all, but never forget that snakes have clits, right? That is the best scientific discovery, mainly because they still haven't found human clits, which is great. They're not literally, it's like an explosive corkscrew. More of a descriptor than like what it's doing. I know. You want to go outside, bud? I'm going to talk about duck dicks forever if we don't. He's like, I don't know, I'm fine. What are you doing? Oh, Lil's under there, that's why. Hi, Bill. Want to come out and say hello? You little dungeon rat. You want to go outside? Go potty. Hell yeah, hell. Okay. Wash your. I left you guys in existential silence for a second because I didn't turn my fucking speaker on. All right, let me move chat and then we're gonna play more of this game. Before, I was literally just thinking about it when I was out with the dogs. I'm like, man, I forget this shit so fast. Like, if I don't play a game consistently, I completely forget. Oh, look, an undiscovered species. Let me just put it in my mouth. I know. I'm a little jealous of dogs, like, willingness to taste the world. I mean, I don't want to eat poop or anything, but I'm a little, like, we're probably missing out on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're missing out on a lot of, not poop, not actual, you know what? I didn't sleep enough to use my brain today. It's overrated. Who needs sleep? I usually get like, that is so loud suddenly. I usually get like a baggie of like sour chewy candies or something like that. Like what are the, I haven't had a tattoo in a while. Sour Patch Kids. I usually get something like that. And I just nibble on them because they keep my blood sugar up so I don't like faint or something like that. But it also gives me something to do because I get so bored. And like, I tell myself I'm going to read a book or I'm going to play around on my phone or whatever. But every tattoo I've ever had, they put me in the weirdest position to do said tattoo. And that's on me. I'm sure I choose where I want them. But like, my big old side tattoo, in order to get this one done, I had to lay on my side for like 2 5-hour sessions, just on my hip and shoulder, bracing with my arm up. And we put like a couple rolls of paper towels under my waist area, I guess you would say, not to get too graphic. Just to like brace that so I wasn't like collapsing in on the table, because he had to tattoo this whole side, and that was just.
Fuck you with Satan's cock.
DJ, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it 72 fucking months. That's a really long time. It's a really fucking long time. Thank you. Lifesaver gummy sours. Give me a sour anything. I love a sour snack. It's a horrible addiction. Worst itch I've had was from hair implants. Not the implants themselves, but where they drilled the follicles out. Oh, that just made my butthole itch, man. It's the healing. I guarantee it's the same thing as it's the healing. It's so just the worst. I know the feeling. All of my arm tattoos instantly itch thinking about it. It's the worst. I take the tattoo over that. I just want to get my Lord of the Rings sleeve already started with my Hobbit hole tattoo. Do you know who you're going to have do it? The dedication you people have for getting tattoos is admirable. Thank you, Mayo. You know, we make jokes about it, but everyone I know with, I would say, body modification of any kind has, for the most part, thought about it and put more planning into it than most people put into giving birth. Just wild. The Hobbit hole. Yeah, that it just makes everything itch. Sour Patch Kids, the few times I go to the movie theater anymore, yep. I love Sour Patch Kids. They're so good. I've been able to deal with some itching by scratching near it, but I'm good at the not thinking for a moment scratching. Dude, what they tell you, it's so bad. So, like when I got this one, what they tell you is once the Tagaderm falls off and you're just putting Aquaphor or whatever on it, it starts to itch because the healing and it's going to peel and all that. They tell you to put a piece of cloth over it, so like your sleeve or something, and just... That'll do it. But I'm feeling it. It's itching all the deep spots now. This is all you're allowed to do. It's just horrible, and I think it makes it worse. It's so bad, but you can't not do it because it's just so bad. And that's my problem. All my tattoos are big like this. Like this was one sitting for like 11 hours or some shit like that. They're all big. And so there's no around it. Like around it would be the other side of my arm, and that's just torture. That doesn't do anything. It's the worst. I hate the itching. If the tattoo healing is annoying as getting all those pricks for allergy tests, it's worse. Because it's night and day, and you can't really, you're not supposed to like run it underwater or anything like that while the wound is still open because you want the ink to heal into the skin. You don't want it to bleed out or anything like that. I'm trying to think. I think it's the worst. It's definitely worse than an allergy test. It lasts so much longer. Oh my God. It lasts so much longer. And then the peeling, the peeling, oh, the flaking of the skin coming off, that itch, and you're just not allowed to scratch it. Ugh. It was definitely worse than that, but I'm trying to think. There's worse. But it sucks. It just itches. It's so bad. I haven't had a tattoo. I'm trying to think. I think my butt leg one was the last tattoo I got. My gym. But again, that was like a 6-hour sitting all at once. It wasn't 2 sittings. I tend to be a get it all over with at once. T7, I'm loaded. I'm locked and loaded. You basically got to be Cassandra and moisturize constantly. Yep. Everybody has like their secret or whatever. I find Aquaphor is the best. I don't put Aquaphor on the first day. My tattoo artist, and I've had a few, what they usually do is they do their tattoo and then they clean it, make sure it's totally clean, and then they put a Tagaderm over it, which is like that clear plastic they keep on IVs or whatnot. You can buy it by the sheet now, and they cover it. I'm just using this tattoo as an example. They cover it in that, and they say, go home, sleep on it. When that naturally comes off, take a nice, lukewarm, cool shower. You don't want to blast it with hot water or anything like that. And try to just let the water rinse off, not soap or anything, the water rinse off all the dead skin, which is inevitably down there. It's fucking gross. It's a gross process for a while. And then to keep it from being itchy as fuck and tight and just pulling around, I use Aquaphor. I found that works really well for me after making sure it's super, super clean. Mr. Cellophane. Cellophane is what they used on my waist. I think that's like cling wrap, right? When I got this done, this big one, they just wrapped me in it, and it was summertime, and I was so hot. What up, Slurm? How are you? Tagaderm likes ripping my skin off around the edges of it. Oh, that's hot. It sounds like it was ripped off too soon. Just fill a bathtub with moisturizer and sit in it. The problem is, how do you make that reusable? Because once you've sat in it one time, how many times can you, do you just waste all that moisturizer? What do you do? Your skin is chaotic. I love that. You're not wrong. Well, then this one was cellophane. I don't know. It seemed like Taggart. I honestly, I don't remember. It's been so long. Five years? This fall, I no shit think it's been 5 years. She looks pretty good. And there's white ink in there, man. White ink doesn't last. Damn, 5 years. That is wild. Anyone who has never used the Taggart wraps, test it in an area before getting the tattoo done. The numbers of people allergic to the adhesive is rising. I wonder... So, this is just a question. Can people get, like, off-brand Taggart that's made of something different? Because I've honestly never run into having an issue using Taggart in the hospital. Like, I've never had anyone allergic to it or anything, but I'm not saying that's not happening. I've been out of the hospital for 3 years now. So that's totally I'm just asking. Because, you know, you can buy shit online that now some other brand is making a look-alike Taggart or whatever and marketing it as, like, tattoo plastic or something like that, and it could have a different kind of adhesive on it. I don't know. And I ask because I'm allergic to, like, some sort of adhesive. I don't know what it is, but some of your everyday beige-ass normal Band-Aids, if I use those, 10 out of 10, I will have a welt wherever the adhesive was when I take that Band-Aid off, no matter what. Even if it washes off in the shower or I soak it off in hot salt water, no matter what, I will have a welt. But, like, I use those Welly Band-Aids. Welly, is that what they're called? Yeah, not sponsored, not an ad. I've been using these Welly Band-Aids. Honestly, I got them because they're tie-dye, but I get no welt. I've never had a welt from these, so it's got to be some other kind of adhesive. Also, these stay on so much better. But I don't know about Taggart, and I don't know shit about shit, genuinely asking. They're available at drugstores, Amazon for sure. Make sure it's the Taggart brand by 3M. There. That's probably the best advice. Just don't buy off-brand shit where you don't know where it's actually coming from because you don't want to get weird skin diseases or, like, trap a bacteria. I mean, just don't fuck around with that shit. On that note, let me see. I think my girl Vissy is live. Let me see if she's still live. If not, I want to raid Daniel because I actually got to go hang out with him in person for the first time in a long time. I haven't slept. I feel so out of it. I need to lay down. Even if I don't sleep, I just need to lay down and close my eyes for a while. And take my dogs out because those poor restless fucks. Let me see. Oh, Vissy. Where are thou? Vissy is live. Or please be live. Are you live? Not? Maybe not anymore. Maybe her shit went on live. Hold on. Maybe it's me. It might be me. We just saved the game. That's good. Hold on. Don't be like this. Let it shmee. Let it shmee. She is? Okay, then I'm just... The raid button's there and everything. It just was her... Nothing was loading for me. So I'm gonna just raid, and then I'm gonna go reload all my browsers. So I'm counting on you guys to go in there and say hi for me real quick. Because what the fuck? Yeah, she just won't load, and I don't know why. Weird. Alright. Drink water. Stretch dicks. Take your joy. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Come join our watch party tonight if you like. I think we're just watching random movies for the time being. That's it. I love you guys. Bye. And go be nice to Vissy. She's one of my favorite people in the whole world, and if you're not, I'll come for you. In not a good